So here we go. This is what I have to start with. Pretty rough, not that bad though. Just got to clean all that. This is gyprock. Used to be a mirror in there. It's got a real rough looking frame around it, which I will fix and paint. And I will just paint the inside of it. It saves the problem of pulling that frame out from the shower room and then fixing the wall. So I'll just paint inside. I've got a frame, all I have to do is fix it. So let's go. Okay, so give it a good wipe. Might need a brush for this one actually, because it's a bit rough up there, you know. I don't want to sand anything. I just want to make it nice and rustic, but it needs to be clean before I get cracking. So I've got some house paint. I'm going to pop that on first all over the place. This one may need to be chipped. Okay, got my scraper. What is that? Something. I'm not happy with it. I'll do as much as I can. I'm going to use some texture anyway. That'll camouflage all of this, but look at that. Oh my goodness. Alright. So I'm definitely going to be using some texture down here. Here's the acoustics, should be good in the bathroom. Start singing in a minute. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Well, has to be kind of, the yard's flooded terribly because we had some terrible rains. Oh, look at that. See, I've got to get rid of that. Can't have any loose bits. That's terrible. So they're just sort of stuck a mirror in there. I didn't need a mirror. I got a mirror in the vanity. So two mirrors, I've got a big mirror over there. Don't need another one here. I need to really dig in. Anyway, so I'll play with this and I'll come back to you guys. Right, let me just clean up the floor. Okay, so I've got some house paint. Picked up this really cheap from the hardware store in Bunnings. It's a good paint, this. Wow, look how nice and thick that is. Maybe I won't even need the gesso over it. Wow, it's great. But sometimes people will buy paint and then return it, and the shop can't really sell it at the same price, even though it's never been used. So they sell it a couple of dollars, a few dollars. Look at that, nice. It's working great here. I'll need a couple of coats, maybe even 3, because this is gyprock and it'll soak it up like a, you know what. So I'll just keep going like this. Speed this bit up because it's boring. A little roller brush would be good here, but I gave my last one to my son, Alex. He needed to patch up something on the wall of his house. So now I'm doing it this way, but that's alright. Wax on, wax off. This is drying so quickly that I'm just going to go around and do the the frame and then go back in and give it another coat and then let that dry thoroughly, and then I'll start putting some paint down. Actually, yeah, that's right, I'll do the background first. I went to bed last night thinking about how I'm going to do this, so I will do the background first once I've got an idea. Because things can change from hour to hour with me, or even minute to minute. So then I will, after the background, I'll start putting some texture down, you know, to cover these areas. It'll most likely be a beachy kind of theme. And yeah, no resin in here. Sorry, I just bumped you. No resin here. Don't have, I might have to ask Des, my resin supplier for platinum, and ask him to make a vertical resin that you can apply vertically. I'm sure there is something. I'm pretty sure I saw something years ago. Somebody did their bathroom using this particular resin. So if they can do it, Mr. Des can do it. Mustn't forget to do the edges. I'll do that with a smaller brush. But, you know, no one's going to look there, but I know myself that it's not done, so that's why. That's why I'll do it that way. Whoop. See, that's dry already. Give that a bit extra. Tell you what, this is a good paint. I can't see what it is because they put this label over it because it was a return. It says Bristol. It's a white, 500 milliliters. Oh, it's like a sample pot. Bloody good paint. Interior paint supplied. Oh, I can't see it because they put that label on over the top of everything. Bloody hell. Never mind. Nice paint. Pretty bloody cheap too, sirs. Even better. Oh, I was just thinking how well I'm doing with the drips. And I've got one drip. Right, I'm going to go over the frame again. The frame is not drying as quickly because it's timber. It's not that gyprock, which is, look at that, it's dry already. Wow, that's great. But I want my frame to be completely dry because I'm going to put a tape around the inside, just there, to protect it from the paint, you know. But I do need it to, I need to think about, while this is drying, I'm going to think about exactly what I'm going to do with the frame. Because I'd like to do the frame first, but I'm too anxious to get the painting going, so I might even have to do the, I don't know, how would you do it? Would you do the frame first and then tape it? And that would probably be a smarter way of doing it. But because I haven't painted anything, especially acrylic painting, in, oh gosh, years, I really want to get into it. Set the scene, if you know what I mean. Set the scene. Alright, now let that dry. See how it goes. Wash my brush and be back shortly or longly. I don't know. Depends on how long it takes to dry. Might even come with a hairdryer and give it a bit of a blow. Okay. So I'm ready to start mixing some paint, and I've got some really nice metallic paints. I'm just going to pour it here on my little glass Lazy Susan, only because I can mix my paints really well here. I'm going to flip that over and let it strip. I'm going to need a little bit of green as well. These are metallic. I've lost a lot of my paints and I've chucked a lot of them out, like while moving. But so I'm going to have some of that. I'm going to have a little bit of this. I'm going to mix those two together to get a nice teal. Ooh, look at that beautiful metallic. Look at that. Get some more of that. That's lovely. And that's not a lot. I'm going to water it down a bit because it's quite thick and there's not enough paint there to do the whole area. But you know what? I can improvise. There's something I can do that's improvising. So that's a really nice teal that I got there from that blue and that green. And that's all I've got to go with at this stage. So let that sit for a minute, and while that's sitting, I'm just going to put some of my texture on. Okay, try to get you all lined up so you can see what I'm doing, and I know my head's going to be in the way, but sorry, focus on this area, and I'm going to try to kind of see that. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm just covering these gaps. I've got the tape on, and I'm putting some paste there. You can use anything from the hardware shop, probably be cheaper than the art stuff, but what I want to do is get that nicely, just turn it into some sort of like land or something like that, nice and rough looking. Just to camouflage that area there. And then we're going to paint while that's drying. Just trying to be proactive, you know. While that's drying, go all the way down the bottom, and that tape is going to hold it in. Nice land. Give it a bit of extra something. I could even do a real big wave just using this paste, but while that is drying nicely, put the lid on it straight away because that is drying and it will dry in your pot. So now, where's my brush? Get my brush. So now I'm going to start painting this. I might even do like a blue. See, that's already starting to look great. It's like a cobalt blue. Don't know. It's all messy and smudged. So I'm just going to pop some of that on top with some of the white. So for the white, I'm just going to use my, let me just pop you down for a second. Oh gosh. Come on then. Let's get you down. Why aren't you moving? Okay, down you get. I'm just going to pour some of this white next to it. This is just that regular house paint. And then get back up there. That's a good boy or girl. Now, let's get some of that white and a tiny little bit of this blue and start painting up here. Create a bit of a sky, I suppose. And you can put a little bit of pink or purple or even red, orange, just to make a bit of a scene with the sky above. That's looking good. A bit more white and some more of that blue. And here we go. So I don't need to talk. I can just do this and you can just watch and see what happens. Trying to get my big head out of the way. So I need some more white. It's so wet, you know, but I like working with wet paint. I'm trying to see where my head goes when maybe I should put you back in the shower so you can see the side view and you don't have to see my head then. Okay. Now was it when I go all the way there? Okay. Right. Right. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to have to move it. I'm going to put a little bit of this gel medium. It just helps it move. Pop some on the side here. It helps it move. It gives a bit of a flow. I suppose I could use Floetrol, that does the job as well. And it gives it a bit of a shine too. Look at that, how beautiful that is. It helps it move. Because I'm right-handed, your view should be from this side so you can see what I'm doing. That's why I have to put you in the shower. So I might just do that and see if I can get it right for you guys. Alright, we'll try it this way and I can probably zoom it in a bit. So, alright, that's looking pretty good. A little bit more white because that will dry darker. You can see what I'm doing here. A little bit of that lovely glossy gel medium. Probably going to go over it again because these gaps are annoying. At this point I probably want to get a ruler, a real big ruler, and do a perfect horizon, but we're not going to do that because we're going to just go abstractish, and it's not easy painting sideways, so I'm not in your way. Alright, let's go with that lovely turquoise. Even build it up a bit more. Get some of that gel medium. Makes it move better. Extends the, I suppose, the wetness of the paint. And we're going to get some of that and put lots of white because we want the shallow water here to be. Ooh, that's still quite blue. Alright, not to worry. I'll sort it out. Tell you what, I wish I had some more paint. I've got a lot of pastes, epoxy paste, but not a lot of paint. Do you know what? I've got tint. I can use tint here. Yep, I'm going over my paste there, but that doesn't matter. I'll wash my brush shortly so it's nice and clean, but I just want to get some of that green in there with some of that white and a tiny little bit of blue, so it's not too green, but a nice aqua colour there. Okay, that's looking good, a bit more. grabbing the white and some of that green. Sometimes you just have to improvise. I've only got like a few colours, literally only about 6 acrylic colours. And you know, this is what I do. I do this for a living. It's my business to mix colours and match colours and stuff like that. So if you don't have that yet, because you might be a newbie, then yeah, get some nice phthalo blue and some nice phthalo green, and add a little, mix them together and add a little bit of white to it, and you get a beautiful, oops, my hand's getting sore. You get a beautiful aqua colour, just like down here. That's gorgeous. It's actually nicer on that blue tape. So far, so good. That's my background, and that's looking pretty damn good so far. This here is going to be some sort of a different colour. Maybe I will just cover it with a little bit of this green and this blue for now. Just with the palette knife. I don't know if that's going to be the sand or the rocks. I have no clue. But for now, I just want to cover it with a bit of colour. Could even turn into a wave. I think I want to put a wave up there, nice big wave. What do you reckon? Let's do that. Let's just play. At the end of the day, it's just, you know, it's just paint. I can always cover it up, paint over it, put something else on there. That there's a nice colour. Grab some more. And I always use a glass surface for mixing my colours. It's just much better. It does a good job. This is going to be layered, so obviously going to have a few layers. That could even stay like that. A bit of busy water there, or who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? No one knows. Oops. Right, I'm going to have to stop the video now and just think what I'm going to do next. Okay, that was pretty quick. So I'm thinking this is kind of like a horizon there, and I might even fix that. I might get a wave coming because I've got that bit of land or earth or grass, whatever, happening there. I might just go and do an abstract kind of a wave and a disco. Let's just give it a bit of a shape. Coming down like that. Big here. And then down, like that. Get a little bit of that blue. I will make it textured. But for now, just plain. My paint is still a little bit wet. Have that white splash going here. Very roughly like that. Oh my goodness. Painting with acrylics again, you guys. Sometimes things are meant to happen. Like needing to renovate something. Okay, let's get some of that blue and some of that green. I need more of that green. So I'm just going to get some out of the little tub. My paintbrush. Oh, I'm going to need some more of that white. Pour it down. And then, ooh, got some on my hand. That's all right. Now we know we're painting when you get paint on your hand. All right, let's get some of that blue, some of that metallic blue, and some of that green. See what happens now. Ooh, that's a bit dark. It's all right. Let's start with the dark and work our way. I said abstract wave. Big brush, just one brush. Crazy ocean. Getting smaller, smaller, smaller. You wait to give it a month and I want to change this picture and put something else in there. That's looking so cool in there, doesn't it? Cool. Looks better in the video than it is in real life. Let's get a little bit more of this blue. Just like that. With a real nice kind of more of that green and white. Into a minty colour. Sorry, if you don't like to listen to me talking, just put the fast forward and put the mute on. I just seem to, this is how I process things, by thinking out loud. That's why someone told me I'd make a really good teacher, because that's what I do, I think out loud. I can see problems and things happening, so I express them immediately. So I'll keep going like this, and if there's anything important I have to say, I'll make sure that you hear it. See, when I do this, I'm picking up some of that paste, and I'm helping to make that into something. And moving it, I'm going to do something here. Might have to get some more of that paste and do something here as well. And I'm also picking up that paste so that I can add it here. You know? Let's grab some more of that white. And I'm just stippling because there's that. See how the ends of the brush kind of make this really nice. I don't know if you can even see that. It's like the water's dripping down from there. Don't have to disturb this, it looks too flat. Water's dripping. So when I dip my brush, I don't dip the whole thing, I only kind of get it on one end, see? So that when I'm working, I've got that up there, see? No special technique or anything, but it seems to work, you know? And you just go, when you see something's happening, when you're painting, and it's working, adopt it. Don't think, oh, it's just a chance that this happened like that. Pay attention, observe what you're doing. You know, I'm self-taught. I haven't, no one sort of taught me how to paint. But I'm very observant, and I can see that things happen. And sometimes, you know, these really super duper artists, they'll just one single little stroke will achieve something that I'll work like an hour to achieve. But that's all right. I'll learn from it and I'll go, okay, I could have just done that and I would have got this. But I like it. I like learning and I like experimenting. And that is looking bloody amazing. I just got to continue it here. Let that water drip there. Let that sort of paint continue. so it doesn't look too, just with the white, because it's just that like that foam. And I'm going to continue the foam going down here, just like that. And I'll probably change it because I look back, I step back and look at it and I'm thinking, no, that does not look right. And it looks too uniform, it looks too wacko, so you just go and fix things as you go. Don't go too close to your painting, you can't really see properly. Sometimes I will stop and I have a look at the camera and then see it better in the camera than I do in the actual painting. Definitely needs more white. Today is a good day because it's really moist. It's been raining for days, so the paint is not drying terribly quickly. Okay, now a bit more white here. Let's see what I can do. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. Sorry about that finger. Not bad, is it? Not bad. And check out down here. This is my little palette. That's all I have there. I've got the blue, I've got that ultramarine blue, the metallic blue, and there's the green, which I mixed together with the white. And that's just that house white. And this here is some more paste. So let's have a look at it again. That is not bad. It's not bad. See, when I look at it in here, it looks great. I'm going to add some more birds and things like that in the background, but this is just the first layer, so we'll see what happens. Go a little bit closer so you can see. See, when you get real close, nothing looks that great, but that's why you always have to step back. Step back and have a look at it and see what you can see. And that light above that, it's perfect. It just looks like the sun shining down on that. How amazing is that? I'm excited. Okay, so I'm really squished in here, but I need to get on with this. And I want some of my paste. Jesus, where do I go? How do I do it? Which way do I go? So if I go, can you see? I'll have to go inside the bloody shower. Okay, I can do that. I'll do it. There's no problem. Let me just grab some of my paste. And I'm going to mix some of my paste with this green and grab some of the blue as well. Mix it together with the paste. And you can use putty even. It'll work. Oh, that's too pale. Let's get some more of that green. I want to make it more into a teal kind of colour. Now it's too bloody green. Okay. More blue. Actually, I'll use some of that ultramarine or cobalt. It's cobalt. Okay, that's a nice colour now. That is lovely. Okay, I'll show it to you in a second. I know it looks a little bit green there, but it's like a teal green. Now let's see if I can do this without. How do I do it? I really want to be on the other side, but bloody hell. Okay, let's try. It's just a bit cramped in here. Hold on. I'm here. I am back. I had to move my little cupboard out of the way so I can fit it on this side. You got to be on my left so you can see what I'm doing here. Now here we go. This is that paste mixed in with some blue. Just going to give it a little bit of texture, see? And we're going to add some white, of course. Oh gosh, where's my white? Oh, here it is. The white is really thin, so I'm going to have to get a clean palette knife and mix in some of this paste with my white to make it thicker. That's all I'm doing, just mixing it in with the white. Just like that. But guess what? I had a little blue in there, so I've got, bloody hell. Okay, we're going to go with it, see what happens. It's not quite white, so we've got a little blue in it. I think I better shut up and just do this. I think I'm talking too much and getting myself all confused. That's pretty good. Sometimes I just have to look at the actual, I'm actually looking at the screen because I can see better what I'm doing. It's not easy to do because I'm not looking, I'm actually looking over there while I am painting. Where am I? Just here. Look at that. I can sort of every now and then look back here and then look back here. Okay, curl that in a bit. I need to wipe this. I'm just going to wipe it on my thing. Yeah, I need to curl it inward, like that. See? Let's have a look over there. It's pretty good. Mind you, that is a little bit on an angle, so I've got to keep looking, make sure I do a good job here. Yeah, that's looking good. I like a flexible palette knife. It's much better than the hard ones. They don't flex at all. But I do like that. I'm going to have some texture here. That's looking pretty damn good. Needs a little bit of white on there, so I'm just going to pinch some white from my, just to give it a bit of, just a little bit, just drag it kind of over. Let's have a look at that. It's looking pretty good. It's so much fun. I love working with texture. It's so good. A little bit more white. Down here. Let's have a look. Ooh, I messed that up. It's alright, not to worry. We still got a paintbrush. We can fix that. Let's have a look. It's looking good. Continue that white down here. Just with my palette knife. Excellent. Make another little wave here. Like that. It's all happening now. It's really difficult because I'm such a visual person and I can see better over there than here, isn't that sad? But thank God for the cameras. So there's, I'm going to add a little bit of this nice colour in there because it needs some of it, doesn't it? And we might even make a splash that can be like a, no, that's good. Make a splash there as well. Splash there and it's getting angry over here. Go back a bit so you better. That's good. We need to add a little bit more white here. Just a little bit. That's so dry there. That's pretty good. Let's go a little bit more. I think I might need to, let's move you around a bit. I've got the thingy over here and I can't see this part of my wave, and it needs a bit more white with some of this lovely paste on there. Whatever paste I don't use, I'm just going to add it around places. It's all good. It does need a little bit more there. I am leaking. It's all adding character, isn't it? It's looking pretty good. Let's go up here a little bit. Try not to leak again. It's pretty good. Alright, I need to step back and have a look now. Okay, I had to go in the bathtub so I can see, because I've got all this stuff over here everywhere. Alright, I need to build it up a little bit more, so that's what I'm going to do. Just going to use some more of this white with the paste. And just go here a bit more. So that's mixing nicely with my lovely teal. Oops, mine your way again. Need to blend some of this. It's looking a little bit gappy. Is that a word? There's gaps around. Got to fix it up so it's looking a little bit better now. Ah, that's white. That's pretty good. Green. More white. That's looking pretty good. I think I need to build that bit up a little bit more. Maybe, what do you think? Make it more whiter, but I can do that with a paint brush because I'm all messy now. And I think I need to deal with this here. A lot of the times I don't even think about what I'm doing. I just go and do it, and usually it works out all right, totally accidentally, and no particular plan other than just a vision. So I'm just going to go up here now because I'm thinking that that needs to be flying up like that, like another wave. Maybe crashed on those rocks, so it looks like those things are going to turn into rocks. And I might make some more here. Let's get some more of this. Yeah, that's looking good. Let's tap that down a bit. Like that, so it's not too obvious. No, that's pretty good. Maybe a bit more. Yep, that's looking good. Yeah, we're going to make some rocks here. That'll camouflage that, because to me that does not look natural there. So I'm just going to get some more of this paste, whack it on there, and then probably get some. Oh, it's got a lot of white on it, so it's getting a bit yuck. So I'm going to get some dark, maybe even like a silver. So I picked up, I scraped some of the paint there. It doesn't really matter because I'm using this. So that's looking like white. I'm going to add more, just picking up whatever I have left in here, so I don't waste anything, hopefully. There's a rock. And there's a, it's going to go all the way down there. A bit more left. And then I'm going to get some colour, some like a, maybe mix some black with some silver actually, and make it into like a rock going up there. Yeah, so that's that. I've got more paste here that I forgot about. This is cool. Whack it down there. All the way down. Or almost all the way down. Yeah. Oh my god, it is raining again. It can be a rock a bit higher than that one there. Like that. Don't worry about the colour yet, that's going to be painted over. It's just that I've got paint on the palette knife and paint on the on my board here. That's why I'm picking up paint, but it's going to be alright. It's going to be different. Actually, I might go get some shells. I'll put some shells around. That'll be fun. It's going to be like that. When I paint it, I'll make sure that it gets, keep picking up that, so see, because I'm working on it and it's not dry yet. Picking up all the paint from underneath. It's alright, I'll fix now. So I'm going to get some shells. I'll wait for this to be almost dry and start to get to sort of thicken, and then I'm just going to stick them in there and see if they stay there. That'll be fun as well. Okay, now that's pretty good. Nice. Not bad at all. I need a tiny little paintbrush, which I don't have, so I'm just going to use this and just paint some seagulls maybe. Oh, this is not the easiest way to do it, so I just need to just wing it. Or just go get a paintbrush and do it properly, huh? What do you reckon? Now I think I'm going to let that sit now. I'm going to let it dry nicely. And because I've got a ton of paint here, I might just go around and paint my frame. Just so I don't waste any of this paint, because I don't like throwing things out. But I think that's pretty good. So we'll leave it at this, and I'll be back probably, maybe even tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I want it completely dried so that I can see what I'm working with. Okay. But I might come back with the shells in a few hours. See how I go. Bye for now.